Welcome back, everybody. Friends, which of the sports mentioned in the article would you be most interested in watching? Use this and other Talk About It questions on the left side of page 50 to jumpstart a brief conversation in English. Remember, there's no shortcut to great English. It comes through persistent practice. Okay, let's wrap up the lesson with this final portion of the reading on line 5.
The Summer Paralympics 2012. But in the face of difficult circumstances, they all show amazing determination, not only to survive, but also to master their sports. Paralympic athletes' accomplishments are quite amazing. For instance, Paralympic rower Angela Madsen rowed across the Indian Ocean in 2009. And swimmer Natalie Detoy made history in 2008 by competing in the Olympics as well as the Paralympics. Catch the action from now until September 9th. Join fans around the world as they cheer for these amazing athletes, marveling at their skill and their inspiring examples.
We are talking about some incredible athletes. We saw that they are allowed to compete no matter how they got their disability. If you were born with it or if you got it through sickness or injury, you're still allowed to compete. It's a very inclusive event.
Right, and so many people, no matter how they got that, are able to join the Paralympics, but in the face of difficult circumstances, they all show amazing determination not only to survive all those disabilities, but also to master the sports that they play.
So that is what these athletes have in common. No matter where their disability comes from, if they are born with it or acquired it, they all share this specific trait. This specific thing is that in the face of their difficulties, they persevere and push through.
Okay, now friends, if you are in the face of something, that means that you have to deal with a difficult situation. And having a disability is definitely difficult.
That's right. Another way of saying that is despite. So despite this difficult situation, they can show how incredibly talented and how strong they are.
Okay, so they have a lot of determination. That means they really are going to push through. No matter what happens, they're going to keep fighting.
That's right. Not only to survive, which means they keep living, but to also master their sport.
Okay, to master something means to be the best at it, to be completely successful. And these athletes are definitely the best at the sports that they play.
That's right. Now, these Paralympic athletes, their accomplishments are quite amazing. Now, an accomplishment is something that you are successful in, something that you have achieved.
Yes, usually after a lot of work and effort. And that's definitely true for these athletes. It takes a lot of work, and that is quite amazing.
Now, to be quite something means to be incredibly or very or really amazing.
Yes. Now, for instance, Paralympic rower Angela Madsen rowed across the Indian Ocean in 2009.
Oh my, wow, that's incredible. To row across the Indian Ocean?
I'm not sure how wide that is, but that is hundreds of miles, I'm sure. It's amazing.
That's incredible. Now, to row means that she was in some sort of boat and with a paddle or a stick and was pulling herself through the water. That's incredible.
Yes, that's incredible for anyone, and she is a Paralympian. That's amazing. Now, we have another example here, don't we, Kayla?
That's right. They're incredible athletes. We have another example, and that is swimmer Natalie Detoy. Now, she made history in 2008 by competing in the Olympics as well as the Paralympics. Ryan, she's such a talented swimmer that she not only competes for the Paralympics at the highest level for disabled athletes, she competes at the highest level for all athletes.
Yeah, we know that the Paralympics were started for those that typically are not able to compete in the Olympics. But here, she competed in both. So she is not only a master in the Paralympics, but also a master at other sports in the Olympics as well.
Now, my sister is a very big fan of swimming. She follows them, and Natalie is one of her all-time favorite athletes because of how talented she is and how she perseveres through so much.
Okay, Kayla, I think with your sister and you, I'm sure, I would love to watch the Paralympics. And that's beginning soon, right?
That's right, they are. You can catch the action, which means you, friends, you can watch it. You too, Ryan. You can catch the action from now until September 9th.
Okay, so starting right now, you can catch or get the action and see it on TV until September. So join fans around the world as they cheer for these amazing athletes.
That's right. Now you want to join the fans from around the world because it is international. We saw that there are over 147 different countries competing in this year's competition. So there will be people all over the world watching. And friends, you should join them and marvel at these athletes. You can really marvel at their skills.
Right. Now, if you marvel at something, that means you show great surprise or you admire it. You really think that it is amazing and you want to watch it more.
I know that when I watch the Olympics, I'm always amazed at the things people can do. But when you watch the Paralympics, you will be even more amazed to see what they have conquered in order to get these skills and just be truly inspired by their examples.
I think that's very true, Kayla. In each of these sports, I know for me, I'm very impressed with wheelchair basketball. I think that would be fun to watch. But also, I enjoyed learning about goalball.
I know. I think I would really like to watch goalball. I can't imagine having that incredible hearing skill and being able to tell where the goals are and where the ball is. What an incredible sport. But it's really interesting to watch all the other sports as well, the ones that we modify from regular Olympics into Paralympics, to see what can be changed to make it so that everyone can participate.
All right, friends, so starting now, you can watch these sports. You can tune in and watch the Paralympics all the way through the fall and marvel at these amazing skills.
That's right. And you can cheer them on and be inspired. That means you can be encouraged by their example because of all that they have pushed through to accomplish this. They have survived and they are thriving as these masters athletes.
Okay, I'll watch some. I hope you do too, friends. It's been fun learning about the Paralympics. Now, let's watch this skit.
The Paralympics is a wonderful event.
Yeah, I'm going to join fans around the world and cheer. Woohoo!
Great, but shh, don't cheer during the goalball event.
Why not?
Fans watch this sport in complete silence as players try to roll a ball into the opposing team's goal.
Why is it so quiet?
The players all have impaired vision. They play by listening for bells that are inside the ball.
Oh, so they have to depend on their hearing.
That's right. And all players are required to wear eye shades, so those with some vision don't have an advantage.
Hey, tell me more about the athletes. Where do they come from?
Around the world. 147 different countries send representatives.
What kinds of disabilities do these athletes have?
They have a variety of disabilities, which they were born with or acquired through sickness or injury.
Living with a disability must be difficult.
Yes, but in the face of difficult circumstances, the athletes show amazing determination, not only to survive, but also to master their sports.
Yeah, I'm sure some of their accomplishments are quite amazing.
They are inspiring examples. And that's why I'm going to join fans around the world and cheer. Woo! Hooray!
Oh, shh. What? Good. Just not during the goal ball event, right?
All right, yeah, we don't want to cheer. Shh.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. 今天的第一个重点我们看的是 impaired 这个形容词，它原本是 impair 损伤或者是损害这个动词的过去分词。当形容词的时候是指受损的或者是能力受到影响的。例如 Pam learned sign language so she could communicate with her sister who is hearing impaired. Pam 学手语好跟她失聪的姐姐可以沟通。或者是 the boxer's vision was impaired permanently because of the match. 这个拳击手因为这场比赛他的视力永久受损。继续我们看的是 in the face of 这个成语。In the face of something 是指纵然或者是面对某件事情。例如 Eric passed the entrance exam in the face of his poor health. Eric 纵然身体的状况很差，但是还是通过了入学考试。或者是 the football team won the game in the face of the stiff competition. 虽然面对强烈的竞争，这支足球队还是赢了。最后我们看的是 marvel 这个动词。Marvel 是指感到惊讶与好奇。如果要说明对什么对象感到惊讶或好奇，要用 at 这个介系词。例如 We marveled at the beautiful sunset and didn't want to leave. 我们对夕阳的美景感到赞叹，而且不想离开。或者是 People marvel at the young girl's courage. 人们对于这个女孩的勇气感到赞叹。And that concludes our language tips today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you again, Michelle. We appreciate that. The Paralympic Games allow athletes with disabilities to compete at an international level. The events, 20 in all for the London Games, have been modified or were specifically created for disabled athletes. Paralympic athletes have overcome great obstacles to compete in the Games. Indeed, these athletes are just as competitive and just as determined to prove themselves on the world stage as any able-bodied Olympian. Friends, check out our Facebook page for the question of the lesson, and then join us tomorrow for a new lesson. Until then, take care.
Kidnapped.
At that moment, my life changed. I'd learned a lot during my time in Albania, and I knew that my life would never be the same. I spent the next 3 weeks with the Petersons, and after that, it was time to go back to school. When I went to the airport, I was shocked to find a surprise waiting for me.
Martin, what are you doing here?
Well, I couldn't just let you leave without saying goodbye, could I? Besides, what about my $300?
What? The CIA wants my $300?
I'm just kidding, but I just had to see you one more time.
Well, thank you, Martin. I really appreciate all your help. If you're ever in New York, give me a call.
Don't worry, I will.
With that, I turned my back on the country, went through the gate, and boarded my plane. What a summer! As my plane took off, I looked out the window. My visit to Albania would be one I wouldn't soon forget.